Hey guys, hope all is well. I'm actually in a customer's car on my laptop. I know the quality isn't very good. I can see here I'm all grainy, but just want to make a quick video for you guys. Sorry we haven't uploaded for a little bit. We're just crazy busy, doing the hustle and grind every single day, detailing. This is the busy season, as you guys know, on the East Coast. This time of the year, June, July, this whole spring and summer has just been nuts. But just wanted to make a quick video of detailing a C7 Corvette. Basic exterior detail. We did pull the wheels. We typically do on cars like them. Any cars that have nice brake pads, nice calipers, nice wheels, and they sit low, it's easier just to pull the wheels off. And then we finished it off with a nice quick detailer, the P&S Beadmaker. It doesn't last forever, but it is a really nice quick detailer. Makes the paint super smooth. And there's just a couple quick tips in there as far as humidity goes. But anyway, I'm gonna stop blabbering on here. I hope you guys enjoy this video, and we'll catch you later. Before I even start the detail process on a car that sits so low like this, I like to get out the mid-rise lift. Mine is a little bit old school. It's an old Snap-on lift that I got for a really good deal. I think I got it for $700 3 or 4 years ago from a dealership. But man, the thing is super heavy, and it gets snug on like everything. As you can see here, I'm struggling to get it moved around. Any high spots in the pavement there, it gets stuck on there. It got stuck again. But eventually I'd like to upgrade to a different mid-rise lift, but I really do like having it. I don't move it too much, honestly. This is probably the first time I moved it this year. It just wears you out lugging that thing around. To get up on the ramp, typically I can't just drive right up onto it, so my dad actually made these ramps out of treated lumber. That way they don't warp sitting on the concrete floor, and then I can just put the lift in between them two ramps. And then I made these little step ups, that way it's not directly up onto the platform. It works really well. Haven't had really a car yet that I couldn't get up on the lift. It's just sometimes, depending how low the exhaust sits, it can make it hard to even use the lift if the exhaust sits super low. There you can see Todd helping me out. I definitely do recommend having a second set of eyes when you're pulling up on some ramps like these, just to make sure that you're straight and you're straight with the ramps. There are the little lift pucks. I specifically use them for the Corvettes. Crawled underneath, and then he already has the lift pucks already stuck in the bottom there, so I didn't even need to use my set. Typically for the Camaros, I use like a pinch weld type lift, and then for these Corvettes, I use them little lift puck type things, and then you're all set. Make sure everything's secure and jack her on up. Do I do this to every detail? No, but on something like this, the nicer car, you get a much cleaner detail if you pull off the wheels, especially if it has them nice calipers. It's good to get them calipers nice and clean at least once or twice a year. And to clean these wheel wells on such a low car, it's much easier to pop off the wheels. That way you can clean them dumb carpet inner fender wells. We all love them carpet fender wells. They're impossible to get perfectly clean. And then you can see here, this car wasn't super dirty. He keeps it pretty well. Just had some bug splatter here and there. Has full paint protection film on the front, but it isn't actually garage kept. It is kept outside, so it does see some pollen, some water spotting, this and that, but basically we're just giving it a good bath and then hitting it with the P&S Beadmaker as a top coat. But the biggest thing is just a thorough underside cleaning that the typical customer won't do at their house. Here I'm just using, that's my wheel bucket. I'm just using regular pH neutral car soap, link in the description below. And then I'm just pre-rinsing the inner fender wells, pre-rinsing underneath with the pressure washer. So it's so nice working at regular head level and not having to bend over too much. There I'm just using general all-purpose cleaner with soap and water in my bucket, my little detail brush, cleaning all the little cracks and crevices, agitate everything really well, and then I'll just rinse it off after I'm done scrubbing everything, making sure that nothing dries. I'm not using any iron X. Typically on the iron removers it says not to allow to get on brake pads. I don't know what the reason behind that is, but I typically won't use an iron remover when I'm doing something like this. I don't know if it'd mess up the brake pads or not, Better safe than sorry. Just using a general all-purpose or a citrus cleaner, scrub everything down. These calipers are ceramic coated, so they do clean up a little bit easier than your typical brake caliper. And then dump that bucket out, super dirty. Wipe out the bottom of the bucket, and then I'll get some new water, my iron remover, general soap and water, and a nice microfiber towel, and then it's time to clean them wheels. For the wheels, I typically just rinse them off with the pressure washer or the hose, whatever works best for you. But these wheels are really dirty, so I'm just spraying them with some iron remover. I think that's the Geon iron remover. I go back and forth between CarPro and Geon. The price difference kind of fluctuates. It's usually only for a gallon of it. It usually ranges about $10 difference with wholesale pricing and stuff. But Geon, CarPro, they both work pretty much the same. The Atom stuff I don't like quite as well. It doesn't seem to work quite as quick. And when you're working at a detail shop, you want something that works pretty much instantly. And then just clean them, blow them off with the air compressor. I like to blow them off, that way I can make sure I didn't miss any spots. You'll see them once it's dry. When they're still wet, you won't be able to see any spots that you missed. And then I don't know what I'm doing here. This is the first time I ever did this. Just got some plastic wrap. The calipers and the brakes are all dry. I just don't want them to keep getting wet because I want to put these wheels back on right after I'm done washing. And if they're left wet and a lot of moisture is still in there, it might drip onto the freshly clean wheel. That's my two bucket wash method, as you guys all know. Regular pH neutral soap that I use, the same for the wheels, and then I'm just using the same soap to pre-rinse it. This is just a pre-rinse foam, just regular car soap, pH neutral. I didn't use any kind of specific soap, just something to help lift that dirt in the pre-rinse process. But it's mostly just getting pollen off. This thing it has a couple bugs here and there, but mostly just did this to remove some of the pollen. And then 2 bucket wash method, cleaning from top to bottom, then front to back. This wash is pretty basic, just working our way, like I said, top to bottom, front to back, using our microfiber wash mitt. You'll run across a couple bugs here and there. The key is not to scrub them like crazy with your wash mitt. If they don't come off, just come back later and agitate them with a bug remover or some kind of bug cleaner, or just come back and hit them with some soap and water separately from the wash. But the key is not to scrub them into the paint. This thing luckily has clear burl on it, so they wash off generally pretty nice. Next is the P&S Beadmaker. I did already blow dry it off with the air compressor, and then on this I'll just lightly mist the whole front of the vehicle. If you're doing it inside, you probably want to, or if you're doing it outside, you probably want to do like one section at a time. This product is crazy easy to use. Just lightly mist it onto the panel, lightly mist a little onto your first towel, and then wipe it all down, and then come back and hit it with your second towel to wipe off any residue. It's pretty important to make sure you don't have any residue or any kind of wetness left behind, any streaking. Like I said, if you're doing this out in the sun, you probably want to do one panel at a time. The first towel, I'll use pretty much the same first towel on the whole vehicle, that wet damp towel, that initial wipe towel. The second towel I will swipe out a lot, because once in a while under them mirrors or somewhere in a little crack, you'll pick up a little bit of moisture that you didn't blow out. So that second towel, you want to make sure it's super absorbent, a new towel, a nice clean towel. The one way you can tell if it's still absorbing water and it's going to work right is just running it under the sink. If the water beads up, the towel's not going to do much of anything. So use good quality towels. These are the Eagle Edgeless towels. They work really good, but I'm still trying to test out some towels that might work even better, specifically for like high humidity, because I wouldn't even try this product or any quick detailer really if the humidity's super high, especially on black paint and stuff. It is a nightmare. Your towels are super important, or else when you pull it out you'll have streaks everywhere if you don't absorb that excess product on that second wipe. I do the lights. I don't do the glass with the P&S Beadmaker. I've had problems with it streaking. Some guys like it and it works for them, but I think this product is humidity sensitive. I don't even try it when it's raining outside or if it's super humid. I don't have AC in the shop, so it is with any quick detailer, it can be kind of finicky with humidity and stuff. There I'm just cleaning the glass with the Stoner Clean and Repel. And then all the door jambs, I use the P&S Beadmaker for all the door jambs. It works really good. Nice streak-free finish, and you're adding a little bit of protection. Next here, I'm just cleaning the lug nuts before I put on the wheels. And this video is really fast. It took all day, but let's go check it out and see how it turned out.